Do you ever find yourself saying with a smile that your workmates are just like your second family? Well, according to January's Whistle Stop presentation, to have a truly satisfied life, we need to begin to realize the differences between work and home. In her presentation to USAA employees, syndicated columnist and motivational speaker Billi Lee said that too often people believe the work environment should fill them with the same warm feelings as a good home environment.
If we can not only approach the workplace a little more impersonally, we can make alliances with people that maybe we like or maybe we don't like. We can increase our effectiveness because when the company has a policy decision or changes something, we don't take it personally. You know that adage, this is just business, don't take it personally? Take that one to heart. See, the workplace as a system is not designed to become your family. It's designed to get things done.
And to succeed in that system, Lee says you have to be savvy.
It's acquired. You know, very few of us are born savvy. Most of us need to spend some time figuring out people and figuring out the system and figuring out which behaviors are really going to work.
To illustrate her point, she cites a common example.
Now, if you were brought up like I was, I bet most of you were, to believe that all it should take to succeed is hard work and talent. Coming of age in an organization where you find out that you could be working very hard, that you've got quite a bit of talent, and that you've maybe even working harder than the people sitting next to you, and you find out that that's not all it takes to succeed, it can be a little disconcerting for some people. As we mature age-wise, chronologically, and also professionally, we begin to understand that the world is made up not just the way we'd like it to be, but there are people in it that think and act differently than we do. There are systems that require different approaches and different behaviors than maybe the one we're used to. There's different games that people play. So today's presentation really is about helping you assess how well you play the game at work. Now, I know that that phrase, playing the game, is a little bit provocative to some people, because there's some people in this audience that would probably like to say to me, Billy, you see, I don't play games at work. And if any of you said that to me at the break after this presentation, I'd say, sure you do. You play a game called I don't play games at work. You know, to me, the workplace is one big game. It's a serious game. It's a game that we engage in for the benefit of ourselves and our communities, our families. But sometimes we take the game so seriously. We personalize it so much that we don't know how to step back from it at 5 o'clock and continue with life that becomes incredibly important to us. Your organization is a delightful place for you to work because it seems like they've got a real appreciation of both sides of your life, personal and professional. But what you bring into it every morning, they can't control. Are you equipped emotionally? Are you equipped professionally for the system in which you work? This workplace is not your family. Now, I know your company likes to refer to themselves as a family, and that's quite okay if you understand how it's similar to a group, a team that likes to work together, but how it's dissimilar from an organization that's really your family, your friends and your loved ones that are there to really take care of you. So sometimes our expectations are a little out of whack when we come into the workplace in the morning, and we're expecting something that perhaps we shouldn't expect, and maybe not attuned to some of the things that we could get benefited from as we come into the workplace. So we're going to spend some time taking a look at the workplace as a system and contrast it with some other systems that you know quite well. Now, the next thing we'll look at is who's the decision maker in these systems. For football, who's the decision maker? The coach. How do you get to be the coach? Skills, buy your way in? Skills, talents, and abilities, pretty much. Not as your connections help more as a coach. Absolutely, but look how simplistic the football system is. Let's say that you're a coach with an incredible network of people, and you lose 35 games in a row. Bye-bye. Okay, it's an easy game to figure out, football, isn't it? Let's go on to poker. Who's the decision maker in most games? Who determines what kind of game we're going to play? The dealer. And how do you get to be the dealer in most games? You kind of take turns. It's a democratic transfer of leadership. You just go around the table. What's going to happen to a system-confused football player who says to the coach, you know, it's my turn to be coach this week? Coach is going to say, get out of here, go play a different game, go play poker. Who's the decision maker in the family? He's been husband trained, hasn't he?
Finally, Lee pulls it all together by creating an analogy. The bear story shows that behavior in our personal world may not be what we need to survive in the outside or work environment.
I offer you the bear story as kind of a decision-making model. Is this a bear fighting moment? Is this a cave-dwelling moment?